Hello Clash fans, Trample Damage coming at you today with the Controllable Heroes. There are 14 tutorials that you are going to wind up being able to have through here, and you can see the first few are going to be super simple, but the main thing I want you to take away from this is the target for every single one of these bases. Do not worry about the town halls. Do not worry about the defenses unless you absolutely have to. So we showed you that's the first steps attack. This is the candy trap, and we're going to just show you right away this is exactly how this is going to pan out. When you use the hero to take out one of these candy cane arena things, it will free whatever troops are in there. I'm touching on the yak pen because I don't even care about that enemy barbarian king. The lizard is going to take care of him. We're going to free these yaks. We're going to select the wall. Then we're going to select this other wall here. Get the king through here. We're going to select this because it doesn't matter. We don't need to take out the enemy hero. The third attack is the Fierce Flames attack. We're going to be using the Archer Queen. We are going to wind up deploying her right away. She is going to wind up targeting some of these barbarians to begin, but honestly, we don't even need to do that. We can just run and keep placing her flag further and further up on the outside here until she gets close in on this candy hut, explodey-doo, bang, it's over. We don't have to stop and fight the troops. We don't have to stop and fight the town hall. We don't have to do anything except get right to the prize. We're going to wind up doing the same thing here. We'll drop the queen. We will go ahead and come in here and grab this unicorn first. And with the two unicorns, actually, we'll go ahead and fight this Yeti because the Yeti is going to wind up chasing us. No, we're not. We're just going to run this direction and completely ignore the Yeti for this entire attack. We're going to go and take out this wall. We're going to free the owls. And then we're going to get this show on the road, and we're going to start heading up this direction with our Archer Queen. Selecting this wall piece right here is going to give our Archer Queen the opportunity, selecting the yaks here is going to give our Archer Queen the opportunity to grab some yaks, and then we can go ahead and get in here on these walls. The yaks are going to come right through here and help the Archer Queen get... Now, you have to touch the outside wall piece. If you touch the inner wall pieces, then the queen and the yaks won't necessarily know what to do. We just keep firing through, and now we're going to run and just keep moving the Archer Queen all along. We're not stopping to attack any of these buildings. And if you just keep placing the little marker flag further and further along, eventually what's going to happen is she will stop to get in. We target the candy explodey bomb thing. I don't even know what the proper name for that is. It's like a basket of exploding candy. That's it for this attack. We're moving on to number 5, the Troop Troubles. And there's a lot going on here. It looks like there's a bunch of stuff to take care of, but all we're going to do is destroy this healer hut, and then we're going to start running with the Barbarian King. We could free the balloons. We're not going to. We could free the dragons. We're not going to. We're just going to stop over here to grab this other healer hut, and then we are going to make our way down here toward... Whoops, we missed it. Let him take a shot first. Boop, there we go. Got all those healers. We're going to head right down here. We are going literally all the way straight to this happy explodey hut. And we can go ahead and trigger the Barbarian King's ability. He'll walk right past those cannons and destroy it. You can absolutely stop and have a lot of fun with these because being able to control your heroes is great, but this is just a tutorial to show you how to get through all of these, including the Baked Disaster. We'll drop the queen, we'll bring her down here to get the lassies, and then all we're going to do is start freeing these other army camps because the lassies are going to free the frosties and the unicorns and the lizards and the diggies and the electro owls, and then we've got this whole menagerie of troops, and all we're going to do is run the Archer Queen up through here, show her where to go. We're going to target the hut in the corner, in the center. Diggy's going to go right to it, pop it, and this one is done. If you're enjoying these videos, these tutorials, which are super simple, we are now on to level 7, the Expo Zone, which is actually one of the trickier ones. But definitely check out my podcast, Inside Clash, with Trample Damage. It's just me, but it's well-reasoned and thoughtful, wonderful Clash content. We're going to continue plowing through here. We're going to target one of these wall pieces with the queen, and then we're going to go ahead and get one of the poison lizards. But these little frozen ram riders are going to slow our queen down just a little bit. And to grab the other lizard, both of those riders will go down. We will now free the unicorns. And the Archer Queen can actually reach over the top of this wall here to get these other huts. So we're going to free that lizard, free that owl, and then we're going to make a mad dash for the finish line. And the finish line is basically that yak little pen up there. We are going to wind up encountering some other troops. We will eventually have the Archer Queen get locked on by that Expo. As soon as she gets up here and she's able to get the yaks free, trigger her ability, and then start targeting the closest walls. The yaks will do a little bit of damage to some of this other stuff, then start targeting the next row of walls. All we want to do is focus on these wall pieces. The yaks will see what the Queen is focusing on, and they will continue helping her get through here, and we will be able to take this out. Now, sometimes you got to zoom in really close to be able to touch the base of the wall piece. You don't want to touch the top of the wall piece, but the base of the wall piece. We get the Archer Queen through. Look, lots of stuff to do, and I encourage you, go through this, finish all these things off so that you can get the prizes that are available, but then come back through here and actually tinker with and play with and enjoy some of these levels, because there's a lot of fun ways to attack these. I'm just showing you the absolute fastest and easiest way to take these out. This one here, level 8, is the show and spell. We're going to free both of those bats. Then we're going to push the minion prince toward these air defenses, which the bats are going to help cover very nicely. And then we're just going to keep moving him up and around to the backside. You might find yourself tempted, and you'll say, but trample damage, we should attack the town hall. Nope. We're just going to come this direction and then get in at an angle toward this thing. And as soon as we get close, we can freeze everything in there. The minion prince will destroy that along with his henchmen, and we are done with the show and spell. I also post a lot on TikTok. If you haven't seen me on TikTok, definitely check that out. There's a lot of great content that you'll wind up finding there from me. This one here, with it, the key is the Root Riders. We're going to start the minion prince just down here, directly below this Root Rider camp, and then we're going to have him target the Root Rider camp. When he gets in, we're going to trigger his ability and then have him run. And you see it will free both of those Root Riders. We're now going to have him just come along here on the outside, and we're going to be staying away from the core. We are going to wind up freeing this Root Rider, and then we're going to run away again. And really, by the time you free the 4th Root Rider, if you want to, you can free the other archers and you can free the goblins. But by the time we wind up freeing this last Root Rider, usually the Root Riders will have destroyed everything in the core and the archers will have taken things out. So you can literally just like let him do whatever he wants for the rest of this, because those archers will eventually wind up taking everything out. And there we go. We have taken down the Royal Rampage featuring the Minion Prince. We are on now to number 10 with the Barbarian King. This one is slightly tricky. All we're going to do is grab the yak, grab the poison lizard, and then we're going to skirt the outside of this wall all the way up, because we don't want to get targeted by those inferno towers. So we'll drop the king, we'll grab the yak. As soon as we free the yak, we'll head back over here toward this poison lizard, and then I want you to watch what I'm doing. We are going to place the flag just up along the outside. Continue placing on these all the way up to here until we wind up freeing that yak. Target the unicorn. We'll get both of those yaks to come through and help us get the unicorn free. Then we can free the super wizard, and then we can get the clone spell. Now, normally I would tell you to just run right past everything, but stopping here to let the cloned super wizards take out the witches and all of those skeletons is a wonderful idea. Those super wizards are going to chain through to take out the rest of those witches. Then we can go ahead and send the king over here to free Diggy, and then we will have him run into the Inferno Tower. Right when we get here, go ahead and trigger his ability, and then run over here to this present, which has an invisibility spell, and that will cover him as he destroys our basket of exploding candy, taking down the 10th level Barbaric Maze. The 11th level is called Let Them Loose, and I know what you're thinking. There are so many troops here, we can let them free to come and help us, and we're not going to do that. We're going to be super cheeky. We're just going to drop the king and then send him to the corner. Again, I encourage you, come back here, have lots of fun with these. There are so many fun things you can do. But if you just keep dropping the king all along, touch as close as you can to the outside here, and just keep him running up this direction, he will not get the attention of any of those troops in the army camps, but he will eventually trigger a skeleton trap. And around the time he gets up near this snowman here, what we can do is have him start coming across this direction. Now, he's going to be under fire from a lot of skeletons. As he gets close over here, we want to target one of these wall pieces right next to this, and as soon as he's in range, we'll trigger his ability. He will start whacking away at that wall. He will pop that explodey barrel of candy, and we have taken down level 11. I know, it seems too easy. This is another one. This looks super complicated. There's like unicorns here, and there's lizards here, and there's all kinds of stuff, and oh, we gotta destroy it. No, we don't have to do any of that. We're literally just gonna drop the king and trigger his ability. Then he's gonna stand still. Those little cookie things are gonna wind up getting wrecked by the poison lizard, and then we're gonna start the Barbarian King's single-minded race over to this rocket balloon pen. So you see him just working his way straight up here. As soon as he gets to this direction, you can kind of bank your flags a little bit, have him start heading over this direction. He's going to have these rocket launchers plastering him, but they're all going to be hitting right behind where he's at, so he's not really going to take any damage from them until he gets over to the rocket balloon hut. And when he destroys the rocket balloon hut, it's going to go straight to the Inferno Tower, and on their way over, they will, of course, wind up destroying that barrel, and the entire level has gone down. Some of these are, if you haven't seen these, and please share this with your clanmates. I don't know what some of the other content creators are going to wind up sharing for these, but taking down chain reaction like that is so super simple. We are now going to go into the second to the last, because 14 of these are available day one. We're going to go and start the Royal Champion right here, and we're going to go ahead and have her come this direction to free those Frosties. Then we're going to have her come this direction, and we're going to have her get the Super Miner out of here, free the Super Miner, and then come back down here to grab these Barbarians. And then we are going to get up here, and we're going to have her target the Spirit Fox. We're now going to come back down this direction, and she is going to make her march over toward the end result that we're looking for, which is going to be following this path right by here. And she's going to have that Spirit Fox keeping her invisible as she's running through there. We can trigger her ability. She'll take one step, she'll throw, and that thing is going to go down. Trigger her ability, then select that. She will toss her spear toward there, and this level is crushed. The final one for this first batch of 14 is called Stealth Mission. What we're going to do is start with the Archer Queen down in the bottom here, where she can grab her unicorn. We will go grab Lassie. Then we're going to retreat away from Lassie and come back down here, giving the Archer Queen an opportunity to fight off these goblins with the help of Lassie and with the unicorn. Then we're going to come over here and target this Inferno Tower. Lassie will get there first and start taking some damage, but the Archer Queen and Lassie combined will finish it off before it can hurt her. We'll now send her in toward this Wizard Tower, and what we want is the Dragon Rider to be brought into this mix. We want the Archer Queen to be able to help take out that Dragon Rider. Then we want to have her just send her back over this direction, free all these other troops. We just want those unicorns to stay alive on the back end of the attack, so that's why we want the Archer Queen to be able to take down the Dragon Rider. Oh, it looks like both of the unicorns went down. So we will be cutting this one a little bit closer. We can still sneak around the backside of the town hall after having destroyed this mortar. Archer Queen can just run through here, pardon all of these troops. We get in there, and Diggy and the Poison Lizard manage to pop that open. Sometimes the unicorn health is necessary to keep her alive, but that's it. We just went through those so incredibly quickly. There are going to be 10 more challenges coming out in a week. Please make sure to use code TRAMPLE. Please share this with your clanmates. This is the fastest and easiest way to take these challenges down. I am curious. In the comments down below, let me know what you think about this Controllable Heroes and how this would affect regular games if you were to be allowed to do this. Thanks so much for watching. Again, don't forget, check out my podcast, Inside Clash, and we will check you out for the next 10 videos.